Well, hello there, YouTube. So, missed out on a short ride tonight. I had to test out my windshield here. Took me about maybe 45 minutes to put the windshield on. Thankfully, the guys on the forums for this bike made me realize that I didn't have to take like all of the plastic off of this bike. It was actually very simple to switch out this windscreen. All I had to do was pop the front mirror covers off, which they're just held in place by a couple of tabs, and then all you got to do is pop that front mirror cover off, and there's 4 bolts that hold that front part on, and when you take that off, it gives you access to take the 4 bolts that hold the windscreen on, and then you're basically just buttoning everything back up again. You're on and off, and now that I've done it, probably 10-15 minutes. But I wanted to get out and test this tonight because they say it makes a huge difference on the highway. So I was kind of wondering how my audio might come out now that I've got the windscreen, or the new Tall Windshield, while I'm on the highway. So yeah, I was just itching. It was like a kid in a candy store. I had to get out here and I had to test it out. There's just no way around it. Couldn't keep me in the house tonight. So we are giving it a test, and as you can see right now, normally the wind would come up and hit me, right about chin level, or a little higher. And right now it feels like there's a little bit of buffeting, it feels like, but that's just because I was behind that car there. But when I jump out here in the clean wind, it feels like the air is going right up over my helmet, which isn't too bad. Not too bad at all. So hopefully, I think this will make a huge difference in the audio. I don't have that shorty windscreen on there anymore. But I haven't quite made it up to highway speed yet, so I can't tell you if it's going to make that big of a difference just yet. But it's coming up here soon. I should be able to get you a better take on how the wind's doing at highway speeds. But yeah, I guess the other night while I was out, I tried to record a video, and still getting used to this whole Bluetooth setup that I've got going with my Cena Bluetooth audio pack for my GoPro. But I was trying to record what I was thinking about the bike as far as horsepower and torque numbers. And if you look at the horsepower and torque numbers, they are very, very, very unimpressive. It looks like they just kind of took the CTX1300 motor and just kind of gutted it, really. I think there's something like 25 or 30 less horsepower and seems to be less torque. But I think the major difference is, your red line on this one is at 7,000 RPMs. And your red line's at 7,000 RPMs. And so I think on the CTX1300, the red line was quite a bit higher than that. So you're getting your torque way down low in the RPM range. And I found that this bike's happiest just above 3,000 RPMs, between 3,000 and 4,000. But yeah, if you look at the numbers, it just looks like they just gutted it, to be honest. So, but when you're riding it, I can tell you firsthand that this bike has got more than enough. I don't think you would be unimpressed at all once you give this bike a chance. So if you're being deterred by the horsepower and torque numbers that you're seeing online from giving this bike a try, I'm going to tell you right now, go out there, get on it, and test ride it. You're going to be pleasantly surprised at the performance. It's just a night and day difference with them putting the torque way down low on this bike, and it's so smooth. You don't get any sudden craziness from the bike. Now I'm up at highway speeds right now, and it seems like the faster I go here, the more the wind is kind of deflected out, and really I'm in what feels like a pretty decent bubble. I mean, I could probably sit in this for several hours and not have an issue at all. Very nice little bubble that it creates. It's got those two little vents down there that I don't know if they allow the air to pass through, so you don't get that circular motion right here that you get kind of coming over the top, because this air is lifting up on the air coming out. So if you put your hand here, you can kind of feel two wind channels, one on the lower part of my palm and then one on, the tips of my fingers. You can kind of feel two of them there. And it honestly makes a considerable difference. I was worried that those two little vents there would let the air flow back in, and the air would be blowing right back on me again, but it is not. And I'm going highway speeds here. I mean, there's definitely, this is where I would probably cruise most of the day as far as speed goes. I'm not a real big speed demon, so if I get out here on the highway, I like to just kind of cruise, take in the sights, see what's going on. I don't need to go 110 miles an hour. I just want something that's going to be comfortable and allow me to cruise. And I can tell you firsthand, this windshield is pretty damn good, not going to lie. It makes the wind just make this nice little perfect bubble. I get a little bit of air right down here around my pant legs from the fairing, and a little bit of air just on the tip of my shoulders. But other than that, there is very little wind hitting me right now. Now, when I installed this thing, I took the tape off, so I'm going to have to get some new tape for my shorty windscreen, because I'm thinking during the summer I might like a little bit better wind flow than this windshield's giving me, especially if it's hot out. I'm gonna want some air to get up into my vents and give me some wind flow there to cool things down. But I can tell you right now, it's pretty chilly out too. I mean, I guess not chilly, but it's 53 degrees. So when you're going 70, I'm not obviously going 70, but when you're going faster on a motorcycle, that windshield becomes a factor pretty quickly. And I can tell you, this is pretty comfortable. Nice little wind bubble around me. But back to what I was talking to before about the horsepower and torque numbers. Do not be deterred with the numbers that you're seeing online, because I think once you get on the bike, it's one of those bikes that's just deceiving. You're not, I guess I don't really consider myself to be a burnout guy or anything, but I really don't see that you're going to be doing tons of burnout or anything. you know, when you're on this bike. But when you need power, I don't know, it's reaching down low, and it's it's just got gobs of power. I mean, you don't really have to worry about anything when it comes to power. Like I said, the numbers are very, very deceiving, because when you need it, the power's there. I'm going to open my my visor here a little bit, and so now this is full open visor. I'm kind of testing the audio out here. Before, when I did this the other day, the audio was so drowned out by the wind noise that you couldn't hear me at all. So I'm going to give this a test now with this new windshield and see how the audio comes up with a full open visor. But I mean, I can I'm not even wearing glasses or anything right now, and the wind is just barely hitting my eyes. And I'll let you figure out where I'm at on the speedometer down there if you can see it, but the wind's not hitting my eyes at all. So just a quick test there on how the audio would come out with an open visor. And yeah, if you guys want to see anything else with the bike or anything, just, you know, put the comments below, and I'll try to post up whatever I can on it, or vlogs in general. If you just have comments or anything like that, I know I've gotten a few people that have submitted some comments about they enjoyed the test rides and stuff on this. So yeah, just keep putting those comments below, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, so just a quick update here. I wanted to add this in kind of at the tail end of this video here. Is I've been driving into a headwind for the last several miles here. And you can, like, directly behind this, I think that the air is not as clean as it once was. So there's a tad more buffeting than I'm used to. Because it seemed like this was just, the air was a lot cleaner before. You felt it, but I literally have, like, no air at all hitting my helmet right now. Even though I'm driving into a headwind, I'm directly behind a vehicle. Normally you get the little wind buffeting. You know, I'm gonna, this opportunity here, I'm gonna jump out behind this RV here and see what the buffeting is like behind this guy. Because normally, you know, coming off these larger vehicles, somewhere right around in this range, honestly, you can feel some buffeting. And yeah, I can feel a little bit of buffeting, but yeah, it's really not that bad at all. You know, is it someplace where you're gonna stay all day? No. But I think on my Goldwing, honestly, I had more wind buffeting behind bigger semis and trucks than that. So definitely, I think these two little vents kind of help the airflow kind of come back and not hit the bike quite so evenly and push up or something. I don't know. But for those of you that are kind of worried about the wind buffeting that comes with putting a taller windshield on there, you know, I think you'll be very surprised. This is kind of one of the few manufacturer windshields that I think greatly improves the experience of this bike. Normally, you have to go to the aftermarket to get something that performs this good on a motorcycle. So, good job, Honda. You did a great job. And we'll wrap this up, and I'll talk to you guys later.